There is a common misconception that humans are simply biological machines. We often think we react passively to the world around us, assuming that the brain automatically dictates our feelings of fear, joy, or love. The psychodynamic model operates on the principle that the mind controls the brain. In this framework, your mind acts as the active architect of experience, calculating your emotional response through a specific sequence of internal processing. The process begins with an observation, represented by the Greek letter psi. Psi is a neutral external event, like a sudden noise or a text message, that the mind registers before applying any context or meaning to it. To understand how we process that event, we have to freeze time. We need to look at the vast universe of mathematical calculations happening in the unseen, suspended millisecond before an emotion is actually felt. Mapping out this hidden millisecond reveals the internal mechanics of human reaction. It shows how our internal state is constructed from within, providing a granular look at the variables that turn a raw perception into a felt experience. Deep within this process is an internal command center known as the prime modality, or M1. This is a cognitive executive triad composed of 3 dimensions that govern your core perception, intention, and interpretive processing. This diagram shows a neutral input, psi, traveling inward. Before any emotional response can trigger, that input is intercepted by the central node representing the prime modality. To analyze this new observation, the prime modality immediately pulls in a secondary data stream representing your lingering overall mood from the preceding microsecond. The cognitive center rapidly appraises both inputs and fires out a single defined vector, the master control signal, or C. This is a high-level judgment, identifying the situation as something specific, like a threat or an opportunity. That master control signal is instantly broadcast outward from the cognitive center, cascading across the rest of the mind. The prime modality's instantaneous judgment dictates the trajectory for all subsequent emotional reactions, long before the raw external event can reach our conscious awareness. Waiting to receive that master signal is the secondary modality. This consists of multiple distinct psychodynamic dimensions, representing specific qualities of experience, like the psychoprotective dimension for fear or the psychoemotive dimension for love. These dimensions do not simply switch on. Instead, receiving the master signal triggers a calculation known as the collapse, or K sub j. K sub j is the total raw activation level for a single dimension, built from several internal variables. This bar chart represents a single dimension's intensity building up. The base block is the prior state influence, measuring the mathematical momentum of how intensely you felt this specific feeling a moment ago. Next, a second block stacks on top. This is the cognitive influence, which calculates exactly how much this specific dimension is programmed to listen to the master signal we broadcasted earlier. The third layer is the trait influence. Here, the equation injects your long-term baseline personality into the calculation. Finally, the chart is capped with the stochastic influence. This introduces a vital element of random unpredictability inherent to the human mind. Watch how these layered variables collapse from infinite potential. They compress and lock into a single, concrete final intensity score, strictly bound between 0 and 1 for that specific dimension. Human emotion functions as a highly customized equation, synthesizing your immediate past, your cognitive judgment, and your deep personality traits with a spark of pure chance. In the exact same microsecond, all 10 distinct psychodynamic dimensions finalize their individual intensity scores along these axes. Those 10 values lock together to form the ultimate output of the entire process, the complete mental state, or S. This complex mathematical composite is exactly what we consciously experience as a single, fully formed feeling or reaction in the real world. Understanding this sequence shows that our feelings are not biological glitches, and we are not merely victims of circumstance. The psychodynamic model proves that in every waking second, the mind takes the chaos of the external world and elegantly calculates the singular, profound beauty of human experience.